Somebody wrote in regarding skipping Psuka de Zimra. We know that you're supposed to do Shmone Esrei together with the Minyan. Everybody knows that halacha. So what do you do if the Minyan goes quick? Should you skip the stuff before in the early part of davening? Or should you, again, we're not necessarily talking to a beginner who just started davening for the first time. We're talking about somebody who says the whole davening. And now they're in a situation. Let's say the Minyan starts at 8 a.m. and they say Shemona Esrei at 8:20, for example, and they come 5 minutes late, and it's 8:05 and they're starting and they can't catch up. Do you skip the earlier parts of the davening in order to say Shemona Esrei with the Minyan, or do you do an order and miss the main part of the Tefillah B'tzibur, the davening with the Minyan, and say the Shemona Esrei after the Minyan? What do you guys think?
Thank you.
You understand the question, right? You skip?
Say the Shemona Esrei with everyone.
Okay, what do you say, Ezra?
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Okay, we all know there's a halachic requirement every day to daven with the Minyan. What is the halachic requirement? What does it mean to daven with the Minyan? You have to say Shemona Esrei with the Minyan. So what do you do if you're in a Minyan, and for some reason either you come late, or maybe you daven slower than the Minyan, and the Minyan's going to say, for example, at 8:20 Shemona Esrei, and you start, and you realize you're not going to make it together, they're ahead of you. Should you skip Psuka de Zimra and then make it up later, or should you just daven in order? And
You should daven in order.
two Jews, two opinions.
I think
You change your mind?
No,
I think you should skip.
You should,
I think you should skip.
No, you can't. You have to climb the ladder.
And then they said if you have time, you should.
Okay, so we have different opinions over here. You changed. First you said skip, then you went back to not skip.
No, I'm still skip.
Okay, so you have two skip and one not skip. And the answer is, the Rebbe responds, not only Chassidim, but all those who are even not Chassidim do not skip. You should not skip. Ezra is correct. In other words,
You have to climb the ladder.
In other words, climb the ladder, do things in order. There's a reason why it's not a good idea to skip.
This is only regarding a person who davens
The whole thing.
every day consistently.
Yeah, the whole thing.
So in other words, a person who's brand new.
Brand new. I said that in the beginning.
Skip. Yeah, okay, right.
I already said that. If you're a beginner,
And
you
also
don't.
someone who's not only davening every day but is on time every day.
If you're a
They're late
beginner,
every single day, they maybe should skip.
if you're a beginner and you don't do the whole thing anyway, then fine.
But also, if you're late every day, maybe also you should skip.
Why?
Oh, because
If you're late every day, you shouldn't skip.
If you're late
Are
every day,
there loopholes? Are you telling?
because then you're not by the Minyan every single day.
That's actually one of the reasons why the Rebbe is saying not to skip.
If
Because-
you're late randomly one day, don't skip and try to catch up. If you're late every
If
single
you're
day,
late every day, you're going to strengthen your habit. Just keep coming late. Oh, I came late. No big deal. I still did
that's what I'm
Shemona
saying.
Esrei.
If, you know,
So
I see what you're saying.
He specifically shouldn't skip.
Even more so if they're late. Don't skip.
You're going to get into a bad habit if you start skipping. Rather, the correct thing to do would be to miss the Minyan that day, and realize that you did something wrong. And hopefully the next day, or the next few weeks, you're going to try to adjust your schedule and come a little earlier so you don't have that happen again.
That makes sense.
It's the same thing I say with saying bracha levatalas. You know what are bracha levatalas? Wasteful blessings, right? There are people who sometimes they miss midday. The latest time you could daven Shemona Esrei is midday, which in Miami these days is about 1:21. So Shulchan Aruch says if you miss it, what do? You daven mincha twice. So some people they don't. They still want to do shachris in the afternoon. So what's the problem with that? Now you think you didn't do anything wrong, yeah? Same thing with the guy daven Shemona Esrei. He skipped the Psuka. I didn't do anything wrong. I still did Minyan. I still daven the whole. He keeps that. He keeps that schedule. He keeps it. If he realizes that something was wrong, I missed the Minyan. I missed shachris. I can't parts of it. I have to, say it on time. Then I'm gonna hopefully change my schedule the next day. All right, let's do a few more. Regarding the talking during davening, it's worthwhile to hang on to the wall of base and Midrash Igros HaKodesh, Siman 24, and copy the great announcement of the Alter Rebbe hearing a reading of the Torah. All right. Speaks about talking during davening. You should copy it and write it. Again, that's Igros Kodesh Simon 24 if anyone wants to look that up.
What is it? An Alter Rebbe?
Yeah.
Simon?
24. Yeah, you could look it up after if you want. All right. And around the year 1945, the Rebbe once walked into the basic medrash in 770, stood next to the Rebbe and announced, "I am now coming from my father-in-law," and he asked me to announce. The Rebbe Shab came to him and asked him, "How is it possible that in the basic medrash people talk during the reading of the Torah?" Can you imagine that? It was 1945, that's before the Rebbe became a Rebbe. The Rebbe became a Rebbe in 1951 officially. And he comes into 770 and says, "I just spoke to my father-in-law, the Frierdiker Rebbe, who told me that his father, who already passed away at that time, told him, how is it possible that during the reading of the Torah, people are talking?" Now, I don't think we have the issue here in Yeshiva, right? Nobody would talk. Imagine they're going to read the Torah on a Monday and a Thursday and Rosh Chodesh Shabbos. You're going to start talking to your neighbor. Okay. So the Rebbe Rashab was telling his son-in-law, the Frierdiker Rebbe, 6th Rebbe, how is it possible? All right, two more. People have to speak mundane talk between Ein Kelokeinu and Aleinu, specifically next to my room? Question. So I guess people were in a place of 770, which was near the Rebbe's room, and people thought, oh, well, the davening is almost over. It's Ein Kelokeinu, almost up to Aleinu, so therefore you could talk at this time of davening mundane things. It's already finished. So the Rebbe said, why do you have to do it near my room? Do it near my room. Okay, and the last one. We'll get ready for davening. This is to someone in Yechidus who asked regarding saying Hallel when coming late for the Minyan. We had that question actually a few days ago. Somebody here wasn't sure what to do. Well, what do you guys say? You come late to the Minyan. Do you say Hallel with the Minyan and skip and go out of order? Or do you do an order and miss Hallel with the Minyan?
What's Hallel?
Hallel is a part of davening, which is many psukim verses of Tehillim. A lot of it is page Yom Chof Daled, the 24th day of the month in Tehillim. We say it every Rosh Chodesh. We say it in Yom Tov. It's like
You have to climb the
Extra
ladder.
songs of praise.
Oh,
it happened this week. I don't
You
know.
have to climb the
I
ladder.
don't have to say who, but somebody was saying, have me in mind. I want to say Hallel out of order now. That's what the Rebbe says. If it is a day on which you say the bracha yourself, you should say Hallel in the regular place in davening.
So in Rosh Chodesh, the Rebbe would say, do it with the Minyan.
However, if you have to hear the bracha from the chazan, you should say Hallel with the Minyan and daven afterwards.
I was actually just reading on the website you like.
Yeah.
There was a question about, because the Chabad custom by the Alter Rebbe is on half Hallel to not say and let the Chazan say the bracha, but there's a lot of minyanim in Chabad where everyone, even during half
Correct.
Hallel, makes their own bracha. So the answer was apparently by the Rebbe Rashab, the Rebbe Rashab would make his
The
own.
Rebbe Shab was making. So I would say from this that
And then the Rebbe brings it back all the way to the Alter Rebbe and says, don't. That's interesting.
no, I would say from this that if you're a person who makes a bracha yourself, then you still should
Do it in the right order.
do it in the right order.
Right.
That's what I would think. All right, have a wonderful davening.
Yeshiva Torah Ohr of North Miami Beach.